Howdy, folks. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. My name is Kenneth Thomas, and today I'm joined by a good friend of mine, Joy Farley.
Woohoo! Hello, everybody.
So we're doing this at a different time than I normally do because we needed to accommodate Joy's busy schedule that she's got. She's crazy busy as a business coach and as an entrepreneur, and not only that, as a mom of some youngins that you might see running around in the background.
Oh, yep. Here comes one, the smallest one. What do you want? Come here. She'll come up here with me. Here we go.
So today I have Joy joining us because we wanted to talk about an aspect of wellness that a lot of people don't always look at.
Mm-hmm.
And that is confidence and wellness and confidence. So I guess my first question, Joy, would be, well, what is confidence to you?
Yes, it's such a great question. I think for me, number one, confidence comes in believing who you are as a person, right? And I think a lot of times what happens, Kenneth, right, is we can get distracted by how good someone else is doing in a certain area of their lives. Right. So I'm going to give you, for example, someone who was scared to death of doing live videos and public speaking and things like that, to really have seen you come from being kind of shy and timid and not very knowledgeable to someone who is showing up every single week doing multiple live videos a week. And what do you think that's done to your confidence, Kenneth?
I think it's done a lot. I remember the first few times that I was trying to do this. I mean, between you and Jessica, that I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you two.
Yes.
Jessica kind of drugged me into doing the Foodie Fridays, which I really enjoy doing. And that just, I got more comfortable being on camera. I got to where I felt like I could do even more than what I was doing. And you encouraged me to like, okay, well, if you want to do more, what are you going to do? And lo and behold, now I'm going live on my own or with a special guest like today, 4 days a week. And it's been an experience.
Well, I love it. And I know for me, if anyone does struggle with confidence, if there's an area that you're struggling with, what you have to do just with going live, right? If you're really scared of going live, go live for 30 days in a row and you will not be scared of going live anymore. Right, Kenneth? Now he's a pro because he goes live multiple times a week and now he's showing up with consistency and he's getting more creative with like this awesome spread and, really having that confidence to go live. So whatever area you're not feeling confident in, do it for 30 days and practice until you get better at it. And then you'll get knowledgeable, right?
Yeah. So I guess that leads into the next question. Well, how do others gain more confidence? How can people that feel like they're lacking in it gain confidence, and not just in doing something like a live video?
Absolutely. I think number one thing that I would say to do, coming from someone who's coached many people over the last 13 years, you need to make sure that every single day you are doing some type of personal development. Because number one, confidence comes from a belief in who you are and being, confident, being strong in that area. So like if you start with your mind and every single day you're either listening through a book through an audible, or you're listening to a podcast, or you're getting on these live videos with Kenneth and you're gaining more knowledge and wisdom and things like that, you will get confident in who you are. Another thing that I also teach my clients to do is do 2 minutes of mirror work a day. Have you ever heard of that before? Mirror work?
I have, but there's quite likely some people that are watching this that are like, okay, mirror work, what is that?
Okay, so it's a little bit weird if you're not used to it, okay? But you every day when you wake up and you go to the bathroom, let's just say you're brushing your teeth, you're getting ready for your day, you look at yourself in your left eye in your mirror. And for 2 minutes, you put on a timer and you start saying affirmations about yourself. Things like, I am amazing at live video, or I am the healthiest version of myself, or I can conquer today. It's really weird, I tell you what, but it it really will over time allow you to get more confident in who you are as a person. So 2 minutes of mirror work every single day, and I promise you it's going to change everything for you.
Yeah, I think a big part of that is you're reprogramming how your brain is processing itself.
Yeah.
There's a lot of aspects about ourselves, that we tell ourselves, and a lot of times the negative voices in our heads are the loudest.
Yep.
So these 2 minutes in the morning, you're shouting them down and you're getting them to shut up for the rest of the day.
That's right. That's right. So, as soon as hey, Missy, hi, Chrissy, hi, everyone. As soon as your feet hit the floor, you go into your bathroom, you do your mirror work, and you start saying things about you that maybe you're struggling with. So if you're someone who is, maybe it's your body image and you're not very happy with where you are with your body, that's okay. Self-love and body confidence is a big thing, but there are things that you can do, which leads us into the wellness part of confidence. There are things every day. You can be taking supplements, awesome supplements that me and Kenneth and both of our spouses take every single day. There they are right behind, right? I'm drinking this awesome green smoothie that my husband made me, right? So taking care of yourself is going to make you feel so much better, right?
I do know that, when I was dealing with, my diabetes being out of control, my, all those blood levels that they're always checking when you go to the doctor, especially as you're getting older, your cholesterol, all those things that they're always tracking. I know when that stuff was out of control, it impacted my confidence because, I'm sitting there looking at the fact that literally I'm killing myself with the way I was living, and, making some simple changes and you helping me learn how to make those simple changes. Really made a big difference. So I guess that kind of leads into the next whole aspect. When it comes to wellness, why is being confident important? Not just how wellness can help you be confident, but why is confidence important for wellness?
I think for me, again, okay, so let's just fast forward. About 4.5 years ago, I was with a direct sales company, which is actually how I know Kenneth, is through his wife, Jessica. We were, in direct sales together. I was with the company for 10 years. I got to the top 1% of my company. I earned the cars. I earned the trips. I earned the recognition. I earned the jewelry. I earned all the things. I chased all the carrots. Okay. That company closed their doors after being in business for 33 years. I was in that company for 10 years. What do you think that did to my confidence, Kenneth?
I would say that probably shook your confidence a little bit.
A little bit, right?
So every like an earthquake happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And I explained it as I felt like my husband had died. That is how I felt because I was married to my company for 10 years. That shook my confidence to the core.
And if I'm not mistaken, this company closed unexpectedly. It's not like they came out and like, oh, hey, you got 6 months left. It was just all of a sudden.
It was, yep. They closed our doors in July, and then August was the last, like August 31st was the last day that we were in business. And it shook my confidence. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, what am I going to do now? So at that point in my life and in my career, Kenneth, is where I really started to focus on me. I started focusing on my health, my wellness, being present as a wife and as a mom, being a better leader, being someone that others aspire to be instead of focusing so much on myself. And you and I are partnered in the same health and wellness company. And our mission statement is all about enhancing the lives of those we touch by helping people reach their goals. You will get confidence when you are helping other people.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I mean, for sure.
You're going to get confidence. I absolutely agree with that. It was one of the things that I loved when I was a sergeant in the Army. Is mentoring and helping young soldiers grow into the leaders. And I'm looking at I'm retired out of it now. I'm out of the business. I'm out of that business.
Right.
Don't regret it. But I can say I'm happy a lot of times that I'm not doing it anymore. But I was just talking with chatting online with a friend of mine that I remember him when he was a brand new private. And now he is, becoming a senior NCO. He's now working at Fort Benning, Georgia, as an airborne school instructor.
That's amazing.
And I remember him when he was first, and all of us when we first start something like that, we're part of the clueless and
yes.
Yeah, just the clueless and clumsy, I think is how we call them, but it's in growing past that.
Yes.
And having people that help mentor us past that we grow in confidence.
Yes.
And as you become one of those mentors, I think that really helps with your confidence too.
Oh, for sure, because the people are depending on you. Like they're depending on, not depending, but you know what I'm saying? They're looking up to you. They're saying, okay, how is this person handling themselves through this situation? I look at Kenneth, who's been my business partner for the last almost a year and a half. Okay. And seeing him not have a lot of confidence in this, because this is something brand new to him, you guys, something is completely brand new to him. I have seen his confidence just soar. I have seen it soar because number one, he's gotten familiar with the products. Him and his entire family use our products every single day, multiple products a day. He's healthier probably than he's ever been.
I'm getting ready to turn 50 this year, and I honestly think that in a lot of ways, I'm healthier now than I was when I was 45.
Okay, there you go. Right. And you've made those changes, right? I've seen him get better with, our presentations and going live and talking to people and approaching people. And I'm like, oh my gosh, but that's what a year did for him. That's what a year has done, and there have been times in both of our businesses, right, where we're like, oh my gosh, like, am I ever going to get this to go? Or is it ever going to work for me? Am I ever going to be successful? And you will be successful if you never give up. So if you're someone who is looking to gain confidence in all areas of your life, you just have to start today, and you just have to work on yourself every single day, even when you don't feel like it. Because there's going to be days we don't feel like it.
I think another big part of it is that consistency can build confidence. If you're you don't have to go out and run 10 miles.
No.
But take a step every day. Take a step. It may take you longer to get that 10 miles than it may some other people. But you know what? If you're taking a step every day, you're getting there.
That's right. Absolutely. One step at a time. One step at a time.
There are times when I feel like I'm a snail in a room full of cheetahs, because they're just like zoom.
But listen, remember who won? Okay, with the tortoise and the hare. All right, the tortoise.
Yep. Because slow and steady won the race.
That's right. Slow and steady wins the race.
And the people that can be that zoomy fast stuff, they can get distracted very easily.
They can.
Which is pretty much what happened to the hare, if I'm not mistaken.
There you go. There you go.
Well, we've got a few people that are watching us. Yeah, exactly, Melissa. So if any of you guys have a question for Joy or for me on confidence and how that can apply to your wellness, please ask in the comments. We'd love to help you out. We've got a few minutes left before we got to jump off and go on to our next thing. Yes, another thing that I've noticed is that I've had to get better at scheduling, because
yes,
I've got so many things rolling now, and I'm confident in my ability to do these things that I've had to get better at scheduling. I've had to work out systems on how I'm managing things. And the confidence that I have grown into in doing something like this has really been a big impact on that. If you had told me a year ago that, hey, by this time next year, you listen to me, and by this time next year, you're gonna be doing lives on Facebook, and you're gonna have a YouTube channel, I'd have looked at you and like, Joy, I don't know which products you're using, but they're making you feel a little overly happy.
Oh my goodness, yes.
But here I am.
I know. And that's what I'm saying. Like when you started using StreamYard, you started using your branding, right? Because you're a photographer, right? And I started seeing you show up with this. I'm like, oh my gosh, like the professionalism that I've seen in you, the confidence that I've seen in you, the way that you're handling people and the way that you're helping people. And, I'm so proud of you, Kenneth. And it's been that consistency, right? It's been the consistency over time. Each day, you just keep trucking along, never giving up, right? And that attitude is amazing. And it makes you who you are, right? And you had to do that in the Army, right? You had to be consistent. You had to show up every day.
Yeah, even when you didn't feel like it.
When you didn't feel like it.
Especially once you were a sergeant. Once you became that a leader, you know, it didn't matter if you felt like it. You know, you had to be there for the people that were looking up to you, that were relying on you.
Right. Right.
You know, one of the things I love about using StreamYard is I can sneak in some of my photos, like this one that's in the background here. This is one of those photos that I took. It's a glass brick wall, and
cool.
you know, it was just one of those things where I'm like, ooh, I like this perspective, and I get to share some of those things now. Melissa says I have a nice radio voice.
Well,
thank you.
You do, kid.
Believe it or not, I actually have a bit of a stutter that I deal with on a lot of occasions, and as I've gotten more confident, the stutter is not as apparent. You can tell when I'm really flustered or getting very emotional because the stutter gets to be very pronounced. But go back and look on in the history on my YouTube channel of some of the earlier broadcasts, and you'll see a lot of difference in how things have been going. But thank you very much for that, Melissa. I always dreamed maybe one day I could go into working in radio, and I talked to some people who did about kind of hours and stuff that they do, and I'm like, no.
Definitely better when you don't have.
You can do it.
One of my battle buddies, Miguel.
Hi.
Yeah, we served together, and we went through some crap together too. I would normally have put it a different way, but I'm trying to be polite.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm trying to get rid of the Army potty mouth, you know.
Yeah.
Now that I'm going live and stuff, I'm really shouldn't be doing that.
It's awesome.
PG-13.
You're doing great, Kenneth. I am just so proud of you, and I thank you so much for having me on today. This has been awesome. We're gonna do it again. You know, we're gonna do it again.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely have to do this again. One of the other things that I did want to say is you were mentioning, you know, doing the lives, you know, listening to the podcasts and that kind of stuff. If you've got a group of people around you, like the team that we have, having weekly or more often powwows with them, plug into those kind of systems, because listening to people that are positive and uplifting, that you know, and that you have built relationships with, that know your struggles, and they can help you when you start to not remember the things you've accomplished and you're only looking at what you're stumbling on. Having that kind of people around, like Chrissy, you know, Melissa, like you know, having those kind of people around that could be like, hey, okay, you're having an issue right now, but remember, and having those kind of people around. So if you've got that kind of a group of people, then definitely plug into them. And because you need that positive reinforcement. There's enough negativity out in the world. You know,
absolutely. Yeah.
You can even try to watch something positive and uplifting like the Olympics. And there's still negativity happening in conflict and, you know, all this nonsense going on with it. It can be
it can be a lot.
It can be a lot. So, you know, plug into these things, do these things that are listening. And if you're looking for recommendations on podcasts, I'm sure you can ask Joy, the ones that she listens to, send her a message, send me a message. Let us know. We'll let you know what it is that we're listening to.
Absolutely.
And you know, we're gonna have two different perspectives on that. You know, I'm a 50-year-old retired Army sergeant who's male, and I'm a dad of 3 girls. So my perspective on things is gonna be a little bit different than Joy's. So, you know, ask us both. We'll have all kinds of.
Oh, Chrissy, look what she said. Look at that.
That is the job that I wish I never wanted to leave in the Army. Being a 13 Bravo, which is the people who are actually operating and firing the field artillery cannons. I absolutely loved that job.
Awesome.
Oh, Melissa says I'm just a baby. Well, that's a matter of perspective. That's a matter of perspective. And I know I'm younger than a lot of people and that kind of stuff, but it's the realization, you know, there are certain milestones that you hit, and 50 is one of those big ones. And in fact, that's why my packets are green now.
There you go.
Because I did a whole thing on that, how your nutritional needs change as you age. Something I learned from Joy and the company.
I told him, I said, you're moving on up, Kenneth. You're moving on up to the good stuff.
Yeah, and I'm not aging anymore. I'm leveling up.
That's right. Awesome.
Well, I really appreciate you joining me here, Joy, and we definitely have to do this again. Do want to let everybody know that tomorrow I'm going to be joined again by another special guest, a good friend of mine, Samantha Boyd. And due to her scheduling, we're going to be going a little bit later. Like today was a little bit earlier. Tomorrow it's going to be at 12:30 Central Time, so it'll be about 30 minutes late. So I just want to make sure everybody was tracking that, because I don't want you guys to be like, hey, I'm sitting here waiting for your live. Where are you? And it'll be awesome. So awesome. I really love doing this, Joy. We definitely have to do this again. If you're interested in learning more about Joy and her business coaching, let me tell you, if you're looking for somebody that can help you figure out how to grow yourself in branding and in business, Joy is definitely a great resource. Reach out to her. She's awesome. Thank you. I love having her in my life. There are times when she can be a little bit too much. She's so energetic sometimes. But you know what? Sometimes I need that to keep this old fuddy-duddy butt in gear. So
I love it so much. Yeah, you guys can follow me on Instagram, Live Videos with Joy. I go live every week and I do all kinds of fun stuff over there. So thank you, Kenneth. This is awesome. I appreciate you, man.
And make sure, Joy, that you drop in the comments there the links, so that way people can find you. And of course, if you're watching this on Facebook, thank you very much for joining us and all the comments that we've gotten. Make sure that you click follow for me, and you can also do that for Joy, so that you can catch when she's doing her stuff. And if you're catching this on my YouTube channel, please like and subscribe. That way you'll know when we're getting these live broadcasts and all these other videos are going. So until next time, folks, peace, love, and photography. And remember, everything can make a beautiful image, including you. You guys have a great day.
Bye, guys.